Hello there, I'm Andrew Smith from MLM Summit Training, and just before you learn about the company that I personally represent, Usana Health Sciences, I just wanted to give you a little bit more information about the video that you're about to watch. Now this video is actually going to tell you all about Usana Health Sciences products. Now Usana is a health and wellness company that specialises in manufacturing nutrition and personal care products to pharmaceutical grade standards. Now there's a couple of things that I want you to think about as you watch this video. First of all, I want you to think about the size of the potential target market for these products, people who are interested in improving their health and their general well-being. So as I'm sure you can appreciate, there is a very large market for these particular products, which means there's a lot of potential customers out there for you. The other thing that's really important to consider when looking at any business is to have products that are unique and consumable. If they're unique, then people are going to be interested in using those over existing products in the marketplace. And if they're consumable products, then you're going to see these repeat commissions when people repeat order your products. So it really is a great product if you're looking to generate these residual recurring income streams. And the last thing that I want you to be aware of is one of your primary income streams is going to be through the retailing and the selling of these products. So it really is important that these are products that you believe you can enjoy using for yourself, but also products you're going to be comfortable promoting. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this video. This is actually a recording of a webcast presentation that I did for some potential customers back in 2007. So please sit back, enjoy the video, and I'll be speaking to you again soon. Thanks for listening.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to today's Health and Freedom presentation. Many of you will be on today's webcast presentation as a direct invite from me, Andrew Smith, and some of you may be here as a result of being invited by one of my business associates or colleagues. However you found your way onto today's webcast, I'd like to welcome you, and I hope that the information that I'm going to share with you today will be of interest to you, and I hope that you enjoy learning more about our company, Usana Health Sciences. So today's presentation is going to be split into two parts. In the first part, I'm going to be talking to you about the products, the benefits of the nutrition and healthcare products manufactured by Usana Health Sciences, and how you can integrate those into your current diet and into your current regime in order to improve your health. In the second half of the presentation, I'm going to be talking to you specifically about the business side of things, how the Usana pay plan and how the Usana business, again, can be integrated into your life, fitting around your day-to-day life in order to earn you either a small second income or potentially help you to work towards financial freedom. There's something in there for everyone. So before we start the first section, before we start talking about the products, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself properly. My name's Andrew Smith, and I was introduced to Usana around a year ago. At the time I was working in the health and wellness industry as a personal trainer. Therefore I was very aware of the benefits of exercising regularly and the benefits of eating a good diet. I was also aware of the benefits of including nutritional supplements into your regime. I regularly recommended that my clients use things like multivitamin and multi-mineral products, simply because I was very aware that you was unable to obtain everything you needed from your food alone, even if you was eating a completely organic diet. One thing I was most definitely not aware of was the vast difference in quality of products that are out there. And it wasn't until I sat down to a presentation similar to the one that you're seeing today that it really stood out to me that there is a vast difference in the quality of nutritional products, and you need to be looking at a company with integrity and a company that's producing products that are actually going to give you the health benefits that you would expect. So some of the things that we're going to cover in this first half of the presentation, we're going to look at the health trends relating to things like degenerative diseases and why those particular conditions are on the increase. I'll also talk to you about what you can do in order to protect the cells of your body. Ultimately, our bodies are made up of trillions of cells, and if we look at how we can provide each individual cell with the correct nutrients, then we're going to go a long way to improving the health of our overall bodies. As you see on there, we're going to talk about why supplements and why Usana. I touched on it briefly before. There is a vast difference in quality of products, and I'd like to show you why Usana is different. I'll talk to you about the different product ranges supplied by Usana. I'll also give you some independent testimonies and endorsements as to the true quality of these products, and then I'll share the Usana vision with you. And the vision really does stand out and really does show why Usana is dedicated to producing the highest quality products. At the top of the slide here, you'll see Usana Health Sciences headquarters. It's actually based in Utah in the United States. Primarily it's a research institute. They're looking at exactly what the body needs on a cellular level in order to stay optimally healthy. And that is the focus primarily of the company, and as a result they're manufacturing very, very high quality nutritional products. So as I said, I wanted to talk to you about the trends relating to health in today's age. In the early 1900s, the leading causes of premature deaths were things like diphtheria, influenza, tuberculosis and pneumonia. Now the interesting thing with those conditions is that they're actually contagious and contractable. Because we have vaccinations against those diseases now, it's very rare that you hear of people contracting these particular conditions. The types of diseases that are dramatically on the increase, almost on a daily basis we hear about another celebrity or a person in the public eye suffering from one of these associated conditions, are what we would term degenerative diseases. Things like cardiovascular disease, cancers, strokes, respiratory diseases and diabetes. Alarming statistics like one in every 2 males will suffer from cancer at some point in their life. So these are the types of conditions that we're hearing a lot more about. I'm going to come back to those in a moment because there's a lot you can do in terms of nutrition and exercise to reduce your chances of contracting one of these diseases also. In the bottom left-hand corner of the slide, again, all of these figures are on the increase. Things like high blood pressure, obesity and diabetes are all on the increase. And the interesting thing about these is they're actually precursors to some of the degenerative diseases. You often hear about people suffering from high blood pressure and as a result having heart disease or a heart attack. So these are actually precursors to the degenerative diseases. So it's important to look at what's actually causing these degenerative diseases to take hold in the first place. On the left-hand side of the slide here, we're talking about what's known as free radicals. Just allow me to give you a brief description of what free radicals are. Basically, as a result of chemical reactions within your body, whether it be digestion or whether it be respiration, all of these types of activities within the body, chemical reactions, produce what's known as free radicals. Now these free radicals actually latch on to healthy human cells and cause them to oxidize and degenerate and deteriorate. So just to give you an example, just to give you a visual example, if you were to take an apple and cut that apple in half and leave it exposed to the air, the oxygen in the air would attack the surface of the apple and cause the surface of the apple to oxidize. And that's basically what happens within our bodies. Free radicals attack healthy human cells. Now if you were to take the same situation, cut the apple in half, this time put lemon juice on the surface, then what the lemon juice does is actually form a barrier to protect the surface of the apple from oxidation. And that's basically what happens in our bodies as well. If we provide our bodies with the correct levels of nutrients, primarily vitamins or antioxidants, then we can actually protect our cells against this free radical damage. As I said earlier, it's actually as a result of constant bombardment to our cells from free radicals that causes the degenerative diseases to take place in the first place. So by providing our bodies with the correct nutrients, we can prevent free radical damage and free radical oxidation, and hence we can go a long way to preventing the degenerative conditions that we spoke about. Again, the slide on the left there at the top shows healthy human cells in culture. We then see damaged cells after adding digested products from a fatty meal, and that's basically when we spoke about the free radicals. The free radicals have attacked that cell. And at the bottom is the same situation, the same scenario where the free radicals have been allowed to attack the cell, but this time the oxidative defense mechanisms have been included. So typically the vitamins or the antioxidants have been used. So free radical damage has always been prevalent. In today's day and age, there are things that actually increase the free radical damage to our bodies. Things like stress. People work longer hours, they're having less sleep, and this contributes to increased levels of free radicals. Things like radiation from the sun, the depletion of the ozone, and hence we're getting more radiation from the sun, and hence more free radical damage to the surface of our skin. Environmental pollution. We live in a much more toxic environment now, and again this contributes to increased levels of free radical damage. And the last one there is toxic chemicals in the water. Now when you combine all this, basically what we're saying is that in today's day and age we have a much greater demand for vitamins and for essential minerals also. Now the big problem is that the food we eat nowadays is actually devoid or depleted in nutrients. Now the reason for this, things like our vegetables and our fruit that we eat today, is actually grown in mineral deficient soil. Therefore those minerals don't transfer to the fruit and vegetables, and that decreases the vitamin and mineral content of that food. In addition, say for example you used to go to your supermarket now and purchase some broccoli or some other vegetables, the likelihood is that they were harvested a week or 2 weeks ago, but then moved through various lines of distribution before they're available in the stores, and therefore again over that period of time the nutrient quality in those foods is actually depleted.